Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com here for another edition of Dragons in Modern. This week we're trying out a little bit of an anti-budget brew. We have replaced our Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner, and Domri and Arcabolas with Fable and Mirror Breaker. Sounds pretty good if we can not have our Hierarch die. I mean, we got a lot of high mana costing things, so we definitely need to use this Hierarch into Fable on turn 2 ideally. At least we're on the play. See if it survives. If it survives, I like our start. If it dies, we're in desperate need of land drops. And we cut a land to make room for what we're playing. It survives. And we drew a land anyway. Very nice. So I think we're just going to go get Mountain. Hopefully this resolves. It does. Alright, so we're set up next turn, assuming our opponent doesn't interact with anything we're doing. To Questing Beast, followed by Storm Breath or Glorybringer. Looks like it's going to be a 5-color domain deck, perhaps, or 5-color control. Okay. Usually this means fire or ice, tap down shenanigans, and we'll see, or maybe they're just going to kill the Shaman token, which is fine. I mean, it's unfortunate if they kill that guy because it does slow us down considerably. Now we have to decide what we want to discard. So we're going to use its ability, discard up to 2 cards. We already have everything we need, to be honest. I think we're just going to, I don't even know if we want to discard a land, really. Like, it makes me sad, but I mean, we need the lands. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to attack with the Questing Beast, but this is one of the drawbacks of having. So now that we have okay, so this is one of the drawbacks and the clunkiness of our replacing our 3 mana Planeswalkers. Do we go ahead and sacrifice this token to run out the Questing Beast? Do we, and then leave it up for death because it no longer has haste? I mean, we're not getting in the damage we normally would get in. Or do we save it to play a Storm Breath or a Dragon on our next turn? I really don't know. Because this is not the kind of ramp we want to see. We want to be able to have this. If this had been a Kiora or a Domri, we could have Questing Beast this turn, got in for 4 or 6. Well, we wouldn't have this card, so 4 or 5. Okay, I'm really confused and don't know what to do. So this is the first time I'm playing this new draft of the deck, so I actually have no idea. Normally I would know exactly what to do in this spot with our Planeswalkers out, and here I'm not so sure. So I think we'll just pass the turn. I don't know if that's right. It looks like they're playing a Rhinos deck, perhaps. So it looks like we could have probably pitched both lands and just drawn into the 2 lands. Okay, well, we're going for it. Turn 4 Dragon. I think we'll start with the Storm Breath. The Glorybringer gives us the upside of exerting it next turn. This is either Rhinos or let's see, Scape Shift or something. like that. So assuming this is a Cascade spell into Rhinos to block the Goblin token, we'll get in for 4. Put him down to a 9. See, the awkwardness is we were playing off Hasty Curve, I guess you should say. Yep, there's the Cascade spell. The good news, though, is our opponent's going to 9. We're going to be able to cast a Glorybringer and have the mana to make it and to have a mana to copy it. And that will put our opponent dead. See what they get up to. I mean, I'm sure they'll attack. This Cascade deck has lots of answers. Fire, ice, tap things down to punch in damage, bounce creatures. So there's certainly no guarantee anything's going to get through here. Okay. That is okay. As long as they don't kill our Reflections of Kiki Jiki, I think we might get there this turn. Yep. So we're seeing some of the synergies and payoff of Fable of the Marebreaker already, if that's what happens. Oh, Leyline Binding. Dang it. Of course, their last card is a Leyline Binding. It's a 6-mana spell that they cast for a single mana. Yay, that's fair. Yep. So now we want to hit a Lightning Bolt. A Lightning Bolt or a Stomp. Or Stomp wouldn't do it because we need, well, yeah, Stomp wouldn't do it. So Lightning Bolt. Maybe we'll get lucky. Another Storm Breath is not going to do it. Yeah, we were in a position there to show off the power of Fable. They had to have that Leyline. Otherwise, we were going to do Glorybringer, copy it, attack for 12. Is there any way to get out of this? If we Glorybringer, exert for 8, we're still dead. If we Questing Beast and attack, we're still dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're 1 mana away from Monster seeing this, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, that's just, we can put him to 1, but 1 is not dead. I mean, the Lightning Bolt would have been nice. And we'll scoop it up because we're dead on the swing back. All right, well, that was a super close game. I'm wondering if we had a different, if we were playing our Planeswalkers there, if it would have made a difference. Because there's no way to know. Man, that was frustrating. The 1 mana Leyline, like we had them, we were hoping they needed to hit that 4th land in order to cascade and play Leyline Binding. And they hit that land, they had their Leyline Binding, their 1 mana removal spell, and got there. So, all right, well, Rhinos. What do we do against Rhinos? I mean, I think we're just hoping to race Rhinos, to be honest. Blood Moon doesn't really do a great job against them. Veil of Summer can protect some of our things. What do we take out for it? Honestly, I mean, even though Lightning Bolt would have won us the game off the top, it's really not at its best against this deck. They are looking to go bigger, faster. Questing Druid is probably a little too slow. So maybe we get rid of the Questing Druids. Let's go down a Bolt, keeping the Bone Crusher Giant. Run it like that. All right, well, Rhinos, man. Cascade, I think, is that and Grief are the 2 most busted mechanics in Magic. All right, 1 mana planes, or 1 mana Mana Dork and a 5 mana Dragon with 5 lands in between. I think we're gonna mulligan. All right, well, we're gonna keep it. think it's going to be too slow, to be honest. Probably going to be too slow. Ooh, a little fancy card. Fancy lands. Each non-land permanent you control is all colors. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to the other types. I wonder if they bring that in case of Blood Moon. That's some interesting tech. I did not bring in Blood Moon against them because I don't think it's very good against the Rhinos deck. I mean, their main Cascade spell is like, well, one of their two main Cascade spells got red in it. So, see if they have an answer for Ragavan. If they don't, that would be our way of getting into. But this gives them a free ley line for every turn, but they don't have the answer right now. Storm Breath is good. So this will give us the choice of, do we want to use, if assuming this gets through, they don't have a subtlety or something, that do we want to use the treasure token to cast this Fable? I think that's probably what we're here to do, right? Find out just how good Fable is. I mean, I think we're going to go ahead and get the Stomping Ground in case for some reason we draw. We need the double green for Questing Beast. And theoretically we'll get a treasure token off this Goblin, but you never know. So next turn, if everything lives and we get this attack in, we're going to be left with another decision. Do we go ahead and run out a hasty dragon but not be able to attack with it? It seems so awkward. It is a turn 3 dragon, we just don't get to attack with it. Here comes the Fire and Ice, I assume. Kills our Ragavan. Yep. Now what do? We're again left. You may discard up to 2 cards if you do draw that many cards. What do we want to discard? Again, we have like exactly what we want. We need the lands. We have the dragons. I don't think we actually discard, which is so awkward. Maybe we discard a single dragon and hope to hit a land. Oh, that's awkward. Another Fable is pretty bad too. The thing about these like threats of ours, yeah, we can go ahead and run out a Questing Beast. Oh man, we're just so dead to, I think we're gonna run out another Fable. That way, if we hit a land, we can hopefully stick a Storm Breath. But at this point, they're already going to be cascading next turn, unless they don't have their cascade spells. And we're just a fair deck trying to play fairly. Discard up to 2 cards. I guess we'll discard this Ignoble Hierarch. Just hope to hit a land. It's a Ragavan. So, I mean, they're going to end up cascading. Get our treasure tokens. This will allow us to go ahead and stick a dragon in Ragavan after they do their cascade. Yep. So we could have dashed in the Ragavan there. We wouldn't be able to do what we're about to do. So again, we're going to have, oh, subtlety. Oh man, I was gonna say again, we're gonna end up having if it's all colors, does it get pro? Is it pro white? No, it's the spells on the stack, so it's not a white. At least I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not. So do we want to bottom it or top it? I think we're just dead no matter what. Um, Man, this is tough. All right, well, I think we're gonna, man, just sad faces. That's one of our best cards, but I think we're dead no matter what our opponent's up to. They have one card in hand, so this will give us a chance to double block one of these tokens, get another creature off the flip, and hopefully hit a land to cast a Questing Beast. Or they'll just have a casual 4/4 for 2. That is also a thing. I mean, we don't even have the extra mana to copy. It's a non-legendary creature anyway, so. So we're hoping for a land. So how did it? Oh yeah, because it has. That's why it has first strike. Oh, what a sweet combo. That's why they're playing Scion in this deck. That's really sweet because it gives each creature control with a black has first strike, and so all their creatures are black. Man, I'm just gonna ask my opponent what's going on. See if they actually get to chatting. Yeah, I mean we're so dead at this point. Anyway, our opponent's pretty sweet. He's nice chatting. He's pretty happy with the ley line, and I don't blame him. It seems really cool in this build. Anyway, for now, this is Johnny Cycles of CyclesGaming.com. I'll catch you on the next one. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons and Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll catch you on the next one.